Interview is sponsored by Golson Spine, Cairo and Rehab Center. You may learn more about them by clicking the link in our description. Okay. All right. Well, I have a very important question, and we would all like to know. Um, can Jamaicans that live overseas vote in Jamaica's national elections?
Yes, you can. But
Oh, great.
but you have to fly down to Jamaica to vote.
Okay. As a
Right?
Jamaican citizen, we can fly down.
You can fly down. So you need to, get enumerated and have your name on the voters list, and you can fly down.
Okay.
And there's several persons who do it and during the election. So that option is always available for persons to do that. And I must congratulate the Jamaican government for having one of the cleanest and fairest electoral systems in the entire world. In fact, we have had elections. I watch countries that have ongoing debates about who won this particular seat or the election, and it goes on for months. That doesn't happen in Jamaica. For example, in 2016 alone, there are 63 constituencies, and the election was separated by one seat. One seat. I think at the time it was 60 constituencies, and I think they've moved up to 60. But it was separated by one seat, and power was changed within a day. So, I mean, the handover of government was done in a day. So a lot of time people will get on and they will lambast the government, or lambast whichever government is in power, and talk about this bandula system. Our electoral system is almost foolproof, almost foolproof, because when you go in to vote, you have a representative from both political parties, you have a representative from CAFE, and you have a representative from the electoral committee. And so all four persons have a list, and they have to look to ensure that you are on the list to vote. And once they say, yes, John Brown is on the list, and they all agreed, and they give you your ballot, you go behind a closed booth, you put in your vote, and you leave, and then you dip your finger and to show that you have voted. And so you can't vote again for the day, and they capture that. So it's an excellent system. And I mentioned that to say as well that I know the question will always be, when is it that persons now will physically be able to vote in the States? That is a question that Parliament would have to agree to, and both sides, the government and the opposition, would have to agree to how will that look like. But right now the system is fair. The system is fair, and I don't know of anybody right now in recent years who is questioning the result of a Jamaican election. And that is something that we can be proud of. We can be proud of our democracy. And so to take another step to introduce it to the diaspora physically would have to be carefully looked at. You'd have to put checks and balances in place. Both sides would have to agree to it. Electoral system would have to agree to it. I'm no expert. I'm just giving you what I know are the big ticket items that would have to be dealt with. But persons can vote right now. Anybody who is entitled to vote, you can go back to Jamaica and place your ballot as long as you're enumerated.
Oh gosh, that's wonderful to know. Okay. All right. So well, I guess that wraps it up, Consul General. You've been very informative. You gave us so much information. And I think that's all the questions we have for you now.
And I want to encourage persons listening. It's very easy. It's very easy sometimes to sit back and from afar look on, and we'll have our individual criticisms and stuff, and we're entitled to that. But I encourage persons to get involved in being a part of whatever solution we want to see back in our homeland. So we know crime is an issue. Murders is an issue.
Oh, yes.
Crime, it's funny. Most of the crime figures are actually going down. The theft is going down. Instances of rape is going down. But what has always been a challenge is homicides. And so every administration has been faced by that challenge. And I think the message to all of us, both in Jamaica and Jamaicans across the world, is what role can we play individually to be a part of the solution. And one way is to help to mentor young people. We have the vulnerable group from youth at risk from age 14 to perhaps 28, especially young boys, young men. And we can play a role by starting with the persons in our family.
Yes.
What are we doing at home? Are we being good parents? Are we assisting our nephews and nieces? Are we helping children in our community? You see, once you start to point out, it's easier to blame everybody and just that. But once you start to put it back on ourselves, individually, including myself, and say, what can I do today to make a difference? And once you realize that each of us come with a sense of power, we each have something that we can contribute. Once we realize that one person in the community can make a difference. And if we spend time mentoring just one person, we can make the difference we want to see back in Jamaica land we love. And some people will not want to hear that message. Some people will always want to say, no, man, I want to cuss the government. I want to cuss the opposition. I want to cuss the police. I want to cuss the nurse. I want to cuss the teacher. That's fine if you want to do that. But a more powerful way for us to stand and a more way for us to be accountable is to ask ourselves, what can I do today? If it's going to be, it's up to me. But what can I do to help? And one easy way is to get involved in parenting, mentorship, because we each have to find a way to resolve our conflicts.
Yes, I agree. It starts at home.
It starts at home. If I have a problem with you and we have a disagreement, let's talk about it. Let's talk it out. Let's not have to pick up a bat now to go hit you down because you don't agree with me, right? No amount of policing can solve that, right? we need to start to embrace some of the softer values in our society, like respect, like love, like admiration, like building up each other, you know, and these are some of the things, the soft skills, the values and attitudes that are critical, and each of us can play a role in that.
Yes, I agree, absolutely. Consul General, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to educate and update our audience. You've said so much, and we're now more informed. Before we sign off, can you share with us again how the Jamaican consulate may be contacted to obtain the services we discussed today? You gave us your website address.
Yeah, and I would like to I want to keep it simple. I want to invite persons, go to the website. All information is there, the contact details, right? And all the requirements, you know, getting your passport, becoming a citizen, investing in Jamaica. Lots of information just right there, and links that can send you to various areas to get the information you require. It's www.jamaicacgmiami.org. And I'm going to ask that persons listening to reach out. Please like our Facebook page. It's the Consulate General of Jamaica, Miami, and our Instagram pages and Twitter. And also my page, Oliver Mair. I have to put in a plug for myself, right?
I follow you.
You know, follow, and so we're on Facebook, Instagram, and I try to update all the different things happening in the community as best as I can. I am the social media person for our consulate, so I'm not the best, but you know I am, but I'm not the worst. You know, I try and post every day.
Yeah,
it's an opportunity for a person to see what's taking place. And all the good developments, you know, just yesterday there was a video circulating, just last week, a video circulating about a lady with a tumor. And, you know, I was moved. I put it in my health group, Jamaica High Five. And within a few days, we were able to raise over $4,000, and that we have raised, and we're going to give that money directly now to the hospital for her operation. We're not always able to do that. It came from 54 persons who did that contribution. And just to say that, you know, lots of exciting things happening in the community. People give back, people support, and we want to be a vehicle for sharing some of the good news that many times people not interested in it. Many times people don't want to hear the good news. They want to hear about the latest accident or killing. and that tends to go viral. But the good news is what we need to push a little bit more and invite persons to become ambassadors of the good news for Jamaica, not of any political party, but the good news of Jamaica land we love. We must share that with enthusiasm, because when Jamaica wins, we win. Every one of us, wherever we are around the world. And Bob Marley said in his song, we Ja people can make it work. Come together. That's the words that come together. So if you love Bob Marley, those are his words. Come together. Let's come together. And let us continue to make Jamaica work, or make Jamaica work better than how it's working.
We have so much to be proud of, right? Nowadays, we're winning. You know, we have our track athletes, and oh my God, we have even in Florida, you know, Broward County specifically too, we have a lot of commissioners and mayors that are Jamaicans, and so
the last count we did, 25 Jamaicans who are in elected positions. When I say Jamaicans, persons also of Jamaican descent, and so 25 is the last count we did. That's phenomenal.
That is, it is.
Phenomenal. No, Jamaicans really stepping up to the plate, and that's just in South Florida alone.
Alone, right? Oh, we're proud. We're a proud people. Well, a gracious thank you, Consul General Mair, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to inform us on matters that are of concern to us. I appreciate it. We all do at Caribbean Today. So thank you.
And in closing, we have a big project we're working on with the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, where we're looking to get funding for 3 projects, including one in Trenchtown, where we're trying to outfit their musical studio with Dr. Henley Morgan. We've begun to raise funds for that, but there's going to be a telethon happening on December 19th to the 21st, and I invite persons to follow the pages for more information, as we're going to be working with them to help to raise funds to provide support for the less fortunate in our communities, giving voice to the voiceless. I'm doing a pitch right here now. I know you guys have a wide range of persons who listen. We invite you to support. There'll be more information coming out in the public sphere about how you can participate and how you can give back. If there's any, this is a direct way to support the less fortunate and youth at risk with these 3 particular programs on the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. So
Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. What's the name of the page?
If you go to the Jamaica Stock Exchange page, there's going to be a link there for the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, and we're going to be having a telethon that persons will have an opportunity to give back, to hear more about the 3 projects that are left to be funded, and how you can participate and make a difference in the lives of less fortunate.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, again, it's been wonderful. I appreciate speaking with you, and until next time, Consul General.
Until next time.
Wishing you all the best.
Merry Christmas to everybody when it comes. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Take care.
Right?
Bye. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.